1800 hours Pakistan Standard Time. Assalamu alaikum. This is Radio Pakistan. The news read by Daman Zaman. The headlines. No confidence motion has been tabled against the Prime Minister Imran Khan in the National Assembly. The Information Minister has termed the no confidence motion against the Prime Minister as a conspiracy against the people of the country. The Foreign Minister says instability in Afghanistan will have negative consequences for the entire world. The All Parties Hurriyat Conference has urged the United Nations to take India to task for Kashmiri's woes. Peace talks between Russia and Ukraine resume in Istanbul tomorrow. And now the news in detail. The leader of the opposition in the National Assembly, Mohammad Shahbaz Sharif, has tabled a no-confidence resolution against Prime Minister Imran Khan. 161 members of the House voted in favour of the no-confidence resolution. Just after tabling of the resolution, the chair announced to hold a detailed discussion on the resolution as per the rules of business and procedure of the House. The Speaker adjourned the House to meet again on Thursday at 4 p.m. Earlier, the Parliamentary Secretary on Finance, Makhdoom Zain Hussain Qureshi, introduced the Constitution 26th Amendment Bill 2022 in the House. The Minister for Information and Broadcasting, Chaudhry Fawad Hussain, has said the no-confidence motion against the Prime Minister Imran Khan is a conspiracy against the people of the country. Talking to media persons in Islamabad today, he said a person sitting in London and the international establishment are behind this conspiracy. Chaudhry Fawad Hussain said the interpretation of Article 63A of the Constitution is important, hoping the Supreme Court's verdict and the presidential reference will put an end to horse trading to strengthen the parliamentary democracy in the country. The Minister of State for Information and Broadcasting, Farooq Habib, has said the entire nation stands behind Prime Minister Imran Khan. This he stated while talking to newsmen outside the Supreme Court building in Islamabad today. A 5-member bench of the Supreme Court, headed by the Chief Justice, Mr. Justice Omar Atta Bandial, adjourned the hearing of the presidential reference till tomorrow. The reference is seeking interpretation of Article 63A of the Constitution. The Attorney General Khalid Javed Khan submitted his arguments today. In Lahore, the opposition members submitted a no-confidence motion against the Chief Minister Usman Khan Buzdar in the Punjab Assembly today. The motion was filed by the opposition members Rana Mashood, Samiullah Khan, Mia Nasir and others. After a resolution of the no-confidence motion, the Chief Minister cannot dissolve the Provincial Assembly, while the Speaker is bound to convene the Assembly session within 14 days. This is Radio Pakistan. The President, Dr. Arif Alvi, has said manufacturing of tires in Pakistan will help control the smuggling. Addressing the inauguration ceremony of a tire factory in Karachi today, he expressed pleasure that investment is increasing in Pakistan. The President said the establishment of this factory is the result of joint efforts of Chinese and Pakistani investors. Speaking on the occasion, the Governor, State Bank of Pakistan, Raza Bakir, said the State Bank of Pakistan has introduced temporary refinance economic facility to boost business activities in the country, and loans, particularly for small businesses, are being given through this scheme on priority basis. He said annual export of $300 million is expected through this factory. The Foreign Minister Shah Mahmood Qureshi says stability in Afghanistan is critical for the prosperity of South Asia and the wider world. In his remarks at a seminar in Islamabad today, he said Afghanistan must not be seen through a regional prism, but as a shared and collective responsibility. The foreign minister said instability in Afghanistan will have negative consequences for the entire world. He said failure is not an option. If the world community fails Afghanistan yet again, it will result in a fresh influx of refugees, enhanced space for terrorism, and a rise in drug trafficking. Shah Mahmood Qureshi said Pakistan believes that continued engagement between the interim Afghan government and the international community would help ensure a sustainable and prosperous future for Afghanistan. The third International Conference on Space 2022 began in Islamabad today. It is being organized by the Pakistan Space and Upper Atmosphere Research Commission and the Asia Pacific Space Cooperation Organization. The theme of the conference is Role of Space Technology and Applications in Socio-Economic Development. In his address, the chairman Suparco, Major General Amir Nadeem, said Suparco is committed to promote the use of space technology and its applications for achieving sustainable development goals adopted by the United Nations member states. Almost 250 scientists are participating in this conference, and more than 56 papers will be presented by the national and international participants in the conference. The All Parties Hurriyat Conference has called upon the United Nations Secretary General Antonio Guterres to take India to task for ruthless killings, arbitrary arrests, fake encounters, and destruction of residential houses in the garb of so-called cordon and search operations in the Indian illegally occupied Jammu and Kashmir. In a statement, the APHC leadership said peace-loving people of Jammu and Kashmir are facing the brunt of Indian state terrorism for refusing to relinquish their struggle for their inalienable right to self-determination in accordance with the United Nations resolutions. The leadership maintained that the United Nations, Organization of Islamic Cooperation, and the European Union must rise to the occasion to resolve the Kashmir dispute in its historical perspective. Meanwhile, families of the illegally detained Hurriyat leaders and activists have complained that the Modi-led fascist Indian regime is inhumanely treating them in different jails of India and the occupied territory. Talking to media men, they called upon the United Nations Human Rights Council to send its teams to ascertain the plight of the Kashmiri detainees in hell-like Indian jails. Kremlin spokesman Dmitry Peskov has said peace talks between Russia and Ukraine will resume in Istanbul tomorrow. Talking to media in Moscow, he said both the sides have decided to continue face-to-face negotiations. Meanwhile, talking to the Russian media via video link, Ukraine's President Volodymyr Zelensky insisted on territorial integrity before the talks. He said Ukraine is ready for a compromise on the eastern Donbass region, parts of which are controlled by Russia-backed separatist forces. Spain has unveiled $17.5 billion American economic plan to ease the effect of Ukraine war. In a statement, Prime Minister Pedro Sanchez said the plan will be approved by the cabinet tomorrow. In western Mexico, at least 19 people have been killed in an armed attack in Michoacan state. According to media reports, gunmen swooped down on an illegal cockfighting pit in the community of Las Tenajas and opened fire. The motive behind the attack is not yet clear, but a number of criminal gangs operate in the region. And finally, the weather. Mainly hot and dry weather is expected in most parts of the country during the next 12 hours. However, partly cloudy weather with rain, wind, thunderstorm is likely at isolated places in Upper Khyber Pakhtunkhwa, Gilgit-Baltistan during evening and night hours. Hot weather with dust, raising gusty winds are likely in Sindh, Balochistan and South Punjab during the period. And that is the end of this news bulletin. For more news and analyses, log on to our website, radio.gov.pk, and you can also watch the live video streaming of our bulletins on the link facebook.com/Radio Pakistan News Official.